So guys, it's inaudible to all of you, please. It's inaudible to please, all of you. So what was the last class which was discussed, please? What was the last class, please? So what is the AWS? We understood very clearly, am I right? In the last class, we understood what is an AWS. We understood. What is AWS? We understood. So we understood very clear. But today, our agenda is so what is client server communication? What is client and server communication? What is server? Types of servers. So what is the difference between physical servers, virtual servers, and cloud servers? And why cloud? So these are all the concepts we are going to be discussing for today. These are all the topics we are going to be discussing for today, guys. Please. Okay. So before starting this class, so you should understand one more time what is AWS. Before one more time. Before starting the session, let us understand one more time what is AWS. AWS one more time. So what is the AWS, please? So before understanding what is AWS, so what is an application? Anybody help me? What is an application? Application in the sense of what? The working software which is written any programming language, we call as an application. The working software which is written any programming language, we call as an application. That application we are going to be placing on servers. If you are going to be keeping on servers, after successfully keeping our application on servers, we can able to access over an internet as a website. But if you want to maintain and placing our application, we require infrastructure, either server, network, database, storage. But this 4 infrastructure we are going to be getting from where exactly? Either physical environment or virtual environment or cloud environment. So what is the cloud computing is, please? Cloud computing in the sense of what? If we can able to access over an internet, if we can able to access over an internet a remote placed resources, we calling as cloud computing. So what are the cloud computing is, please? If you can able to access the remote placed resources, if you can able to access over a internet from your laptop, is nothing but what? Cloud computing. Is nothing but what? Cloud computing. But the cloud is rental based resources. The cloud is a rental based resources only. So in cloud, we are not buying anything. We are going to be getting a rental infrastructure for deploying our applications. Got it? Just like a wallet. How you are going to be getting a car without buying anything? How you are going to be getting a rental car for usage? The same way, for deploying our application, we are going to be getting a rental service, and easily we can able to deploy our applications. After, based on usage, we are going to be paying the bill monthly. How much we going to be used? Based on that, bill will be generated. That bill we are going to be paid. But how many cloud providers we have? A number of, maybe AWS, Azure, Google. These three are leading cloud providers among them. But we are going to be discussing about AWS, Amazon Web Services. In Amazon Web Services, totally we are going to be discussing 4 modules: VPC, EC2, RDS, S3. VPC is nothing but what? Network. EC2 is nothing but what? Servers. RDS is nothing but what? Database. And S3 is nothing but what? Storage. S3 is nothing but what? Storage. So by helping of VPC, by helping of EC2, by helping of RDS, we can able to easily deploying our applications. Okay, VPC is nothing but what? Network. EC2 is nothing but what? Servers. RDS is nothing but database. S3 is nothing but storage. So the same diagram, with the help of the same diagram, which I'm explaining right now, the same diagram, let us rewrite one more time. Let us rewrite one more time, please. Let us rewrite one more time. Let us rewrite one more time, please. So let it be open, please. Let it be insert, please. Let it be draw. Let it be draw diagram. So let us understand. It is an exactly network. Let us assume this is an exactly a network. Nothing but VPC. So after successfully establishing network, we are going to be creating a server. In this server, we are going to be placing any application. any application. And we are going to be keeping in a database also. MySQL database. Got it very clearly. First, we are going to be creating a network, then server, application server, and database server. For example, if you want to try to access this application over an internet, let us assume it is an exactly laptop. This is an exactly your laptop. From this laptop, in the laptop, we have a browser. We have a browser. The browser is nothing but a client. This application server is nothing but a server. Okay. So in your browser, you are opening a Flipkart. Example. So you're going to be logging, registration, payment gateway, whatever may be, or any action. What will happen? From your client, we are going to be requesting into the application server. Based on the request, our application server will process it. While processing, whether you are providing right username, password or not, it will be validated with the database. And after completion of preparing response, it will send back to client. The response sent back to the client. So based on request, our application will prepare the response with help of database, and the response will send back to the client. The response might be succeed or maybe fail. This we calling as a client server communication. Client server communication. Any action, either login page or registration page or payment gateway, any action, so it will be happen like this only. Based on request, my client requesting under an application server, our application server will prepare the response with the database and it will be response to the client. It is the whole story. But if you want to implement this, we require a server or not? What is the server, please? Server is just like your laptop. Server is just like your laptop, please. Server is just like your laptop. Server is just like your laptop. For example, for your understanding, let us assume it is a server. It is a server. In this, we have totally, majorly, 3 layers. The first layer is hardware layer. The first layer is what? Hardware layer. So in a hardware layer, we have a CPU, RAM, disk, and so on. So these are all we are calling as a hardware layer. So on top of hardware layer, we are going to be discussing about operating system. What is exactly second layer, please? Operating system. either Windows or Linux. Windows or Linux. If it is a Windows, we are calling as a Windows server. If it is a Linux, we are calling as a Linux server. On top of it, we are going to be creating a application layer. If you are keeping here application, then we calling as an application server. If we keeping a data, that we calling as what? Database server. So based on application, based on operating system, we are calling so different names. The same hardware, same OS. But if it is application, then we calling as an application server. If it is keeping data, we calling as a database server. I hope you understood very clearly. So what is the server? Server is just like your laptop, just for laptop is your just for home purpose, but server is for deploying your applications, guys, please. But how many ways we can able to get, please? How many ways to get the servers? Please, anybody. The first one is physically. Anybody in the chat box, please. How many ways we can able to get the servers, please? We can get the physical servers, virtual servers, and cloud servers. Physical servers, virtual servers, and cloud servers. So in a physical environment, we can able to use maximum 50%. In a virtualization, we can able to use 100% of resources. Whereas cloud, we can get no limit. So this is an exactly major difference between physically, virtually, and cloud. And let us discuss. So why 50%, why 100%, why no limit? We'll discuss, don't mind. Before that, let us revise one more time. Let us revise one more time, please. Let us revise one more time. What are the client server communication, guys, please? We have a server. We are going to be keeping. So our application, our working software is an application. We are going to be keeping in server. After successfully keeping deploy application, we can able to access the application over an internet throughout the globe. So from different clients, either mobile laptops or mobiles or desktop, whatever may be from different location, we are going to be hitting into this server. That means one server has multiple clients. These are all the clients. It's going to be handled by the server itself. What a client requests, our application server will be prepared the response and send back to the client, to the same client. This we calling as a client server communication. So for that, if you want to implement this, we require a service. What exactly the server, please, anybody? Server has totally 3 layers we have. One is hardware layer. operating system layer, and application keys. Finally, we are going to be deploying an application. So server has totally 3 layers. 1, 2, 3. Totally 3 layers we have. Got it. But how many ways we can able to get the servers, guys, please? We can able to get either physical servers or virtual servers or cloud servers. Either we can able to get a physical servers or virtual servers or cloud servers. So what is the physical server in the sense of what? So physical server is nothing but like your laptop, just like your laptop, which you can able to see in front of you. That is nothing but a physical. Are you watching your? Are you can able to see laptop in front of you or not? That means that is a physically existing. The same way, our servers also physically existing in the world. Physically, we can able to see. So in a physical environment, we can able to use maximum 50% of resources. Maximum we can able to use 50% of resources. But what about remaining, guys? Example, let us understand. So do you want to practice DevOps? Example. For practicing DevOps, you require a 4 GB of RAM. Assume 4 GB of RAM of laptop you require. So DevOps practicing, it is going to be occupying 4 GB. Tomorrow you might be practicing another programming language. That time you require one more 4 GB. Okay. So for practicing DevOps itself 4 GB is required. For that, you are going to be buying a laptop. While buying a laptop, really are we going to be buying a laptop with 4 GB or double the RAM? Actual requirement is 4 GB. But are we going to be buying a laptop with 8 GB or only 4 GB? Double the RAM or not? Question is very clear. So please reply in the chat box quickly. So can I be able to buying a laptop with double RAM or not? Yes, definitely. Why? Because tomorrow, in future, if we want to increase the RAM, can we able to increase within a 1 minute? Can able to replace with 4 GB of RAM with 8 GB within a 1 minute is possible physically? No, it is not possible. That's the reason. Or always we are going to be keeping different resources also. So the point is what I'm trying to tell you. Whatever the resources we have, 8 GB of 8 GB of RAM, a physical RAM, on 8 GB of physical RAM, we can able to use 4 GB right now. Remaining 4 GB we can use in futuristic, not for right. Actual usage is only 4 GB. Remaining 4 GB will be used in futuristic because we can't replace the RAM within 1 minute, within a second. That's the reason. So that's why physical environment we can able to use only 50%. But if you are moving into virtualization technology, we can able to use 100% of resources. 100% of resources, guys, please. So how 100%? Let us understand. First issue. So this is an exactly physical layer. That means we can able to see. On top of it, we are going to be creating a virtual layers. So this virtual layer is existing or depending on an existing hardware only. But it is not, we can't see. We can't see. Got it. So I'm trying to tell you, please. For example, we have a 8 GB of RAM. This is 8 GB of physical RAM. On top of it, we are going to be creating a 4 GB virtual RAM here. Here is 4 GB RAM. Here is 4 GB. So these two 4 GB RAMs, depending on this physical RAM only. So means simply I can say whatever the resource is existing physically. So we can able to create a virtual RAM on top of a physical RAM only, but more than 8 GB we can't able to use. On this 4 GB RAM, so we are deploying a first application. In this 4 GB RAM, I'm going to be deploying a third application. 4 plus 4 equal to 8. So 100% of resources can able to use or not. 100% of resources are we used or not, please? Yes. We can able to use 100% of resources. 100% of resources. Got it. But if you want to deploy third application, we required one more 4 GB, one more source 4 GB. Can able to replace with 8 GB into 12 GB within a 1 minute is possible. For deploying third application, I want to replace 8 GB into 12 GB or not. Can I able to replace 8 GB with 12 GB within a 1 minute? Is it possible really? No, it is not possible. So the point is, even in virtualization technology also, whatever the resources we have, we can use 100%. But more than that, we can't able to get it. It is a limited way. So whatever the resource, if you want, we can't able to get it. Whatever the resource we have, those resources we can able to use 100%. But beyond that, we can't able to get it. But if you are moving into the cloud, yes. In cloud, we can able to get whatever the infrastructure we want. We can increase, we can decrease our infrastructure at any point of time based on customer load. Is nothing but what? Cloud. There is no limit. No limit for getting service. Whatever you want, you can able to get it based on your load. That is the beauty of cloud, guys, please. That is an exactly beauty of cloud. Understood? So let us understand. For example, we have a Flipkart server. We have a Flipkart. So in a Flipkart, today is a normal business day. So the customer load is limited, but tomorrow is a big sale, definitely double the load tomorrow. So means based on customer load, our servers should be increased or decreased or not. But how it is possible in cloud, let us understand with an example. Let me draw a diagram to understand this. Let me draw a diagram to understand this. So for example, we have a physical, we have a Flipkart server 1. Flipkart server 1. Flipkart server 2. Flipkart server 3. So each and every server maximum 5 users can handle. Maximum 5 users can handle. Let us assume only. In real time, it might be 5 lakhs, more than lakhs of people can handle by single server. But for our understand math calculation, just for mathematical calculation to understand. So by helping of these 3 servers, how many users we can able to handle? By helping of these 3 servers, how many users we can able to handle? For handling this 15 users, so these 3 servers enough. Am I right? For handling this 15 users customer load, these 3 servers enough. How exactly the load will be in front of these 3 servers? We are going to be configuring load balancer. So it's going to be hitting into this load balancer. The 15 users load is going to be hitting into the load balancer. What load balancer does, please? The 15 users load equally distributing into the servers. Server 1, first request go to the server 1, second request go to server 2, third request go to the third server. Again, the first request goes to the first server. Again, fifth request goes to the second, sixth, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So the 15 users load is equally distributing on top of these 3 servers or not? How many servers we have? Server 1, server 2, server 3. Very good. But today is a normal business, it is okay. But tomorrow is a big sale day. At roughly 12 o'clock, it is a big sale day. That means double the users or not. So for handling 30 users, how many servers we require? Yes, can anybody reply in the chat box? Can anybody reply in the chat box, all of you? For handling 30 users, how many servers we require? 6 servers. But at 12:30, so one more 10 user added. So how many servers we require for 40 users? That means, so the servers are automatically increasing 4 to 5, 5 to 6, 7 to 8. At 1 o'clock, one more 10 users will be added. 50 users, maybe might be 10 servers is required. The servers are automatically increasing from 9 to 10. At 2 o'clock, at 3 o'clock, the load is suddenly dropped up to 35 users. Up to 35 35 users on. Then that load is, if it is decrease the load, that means servers also decreased. That means, so 9 to 8, 8 to 9, what may be 6. So my point is, based on customer load, our servers will be increased, our servers will be decreased. This is possible in cloud, but not in a physical environment, but not in a virtual environment. Is it possible only cloud? Because of no limit. Because of no limit only. Because of no limit. Automatically, Charan. The servers will automatically add it. Yes, auto scaling. Charan, Pradeep, Charan brother. The servers, these servers automatically adding, automatically removing. There is no manual interaction. Okay. The concept name called auto scaling that we are going to be discussing practically. I'll implement in front of you. So that is an exactly class for today. Got it. So tomorrow, how to create AWS account, how to create a server, how to getting into server, from your laptop, and how to execute Linux commands, how to Linux commands. That is an exactly class for tomorrow. Okay. So we will meet tomorrow with a paid meeting link. Who are interested, so please pay the fee and get the new link from admins. So who are all want to talk to admins? One second, I will take your questions, please wait. So please call to them, please. These are all my admin numbers. Please. This is my admin number, please. It is my course content link. So you can able to copy paste in the browser. You can able to get it what I'm going to be covering. If you copy paste in the chat box in browser, sorry. Then the first thing is what course overview. What I'm going to be covering in this course. Then so course content. Course content. That is an exactly course content. Please look at once here. Then AWS account creation. How to create AWS account creation? Please look at here and please try to do this before joining tomorrow. Don't worry. I'll explain tomorrow also how to create AWS account. How to do that. Okay, don't worry. I'll explain this very clearly. But you need to try. Okay. But tomorrow how to and one more document how to create, and we have a video file also. One video file also how to create an account, how to create a server, how to getting into the server, how to execute Linux command also one video file. Try if it is If it is not, don't worry. I will explain tomorrow this. I think each and every student got this link, the content link. So that is an exactly class for today, guys. So do you have any questions, please? Any questions, please? Ravi, we will discuss Terraform not in the syllabus, but I will discuss with you. 4K only, yes. 4K only. 4,000 only. The fees is 4,000 only. Cover. The fees is 4,000. We are discussing not in the syllabus, but I will cover it. Ravi. So not in the syllabus, but Ravi, I will be covered. Terraform. Okay. And Charan sir, you not in the syllabus, I will be covered. Don't worry, Charan. That is answer for it, Charan. Pradeep, Charan Pradeep Adis session. Yeah, Charan, I think he answered you for this. Okay. And power 4,000K, 4,000 only. The fees is 4,000. You're gonna be paying fee for what? $4,000 for recordings also, including recordings. Including recordings also. Fine. So that's it for today, guys. Please, we will meet with a new paid link. Okay. Please alter admin and you need to get it out. Thank you. That's it, my end.